Hello and welcome. Good evening. You're watching Election Express here on India Today. I'm Akshita Nandagopal, and over the next 1 hour, all the latest, the big election controversies coming your way. We'll be focusing on what's happening in Delhi, the assault gate storm that's hit the Aam Aadmi Party. While AAP has confirmed that yes, there was an incident of assault that took place with Swati Maliwal at the Delhi Chief Minister's residence, there's been no action taken by AAP just yet against Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's right-hand man, Bibhav Kumar. We'll be getting you all the latest political reactions and much more. Let's begin with the headlines. 48 hours since AAP MP Swati Maliwal's assault, no action yet against the alleged attacker, Chief Minister's PA Bibhav Kumar. Sanjay Singh and DCW member Vandana meet Maliwal at her residence. High-level investigation underway. 8 Ghatkopar hoarding crash that killed at least 14 people. Shocking civic body apathy in Maximum City yet again. Big war over Prime Minister Modi's 400 Par war cry. Mamata Banerjee predicts clean sweep for the India bloc. Assam Chief Minister Himanta and Union Minister Giriraj Singh promise more mandirs after BJP's victory.
जब हमारा 300 सीट था, हमने राम मंदिर बनाया. अभी हमारा 400 सीट होगा. मथुरा में भी कृष्ण जन्मभूमि बनेगा.
First set of Indian citizenship certificates handed over to 14 refugees under CAA. Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla gives out certificates in New Delhi.
बांग्लादेश और अफगानिस्तान से आए, वो सारे लोग 2014 के पहले जो शरणार्थी बनकर आए, उनका अधिकार है, डॉक्यूमेंट हो न हो, उनको नागरिकता दे.
Amid escalating protests in POK over rising inflation, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar reacts, reiterates that POK will always be a part of India. And our top focus this evening on Election Express is the big showdown playing out in Delhi. It's been 2 days since Swati Maliwal alleged that she was assaulted at the Delhi Chief Minister's residence by his personal aide, Bibhav Kumar. Since then, she's gone AWOL, she's gone missing. Nobody knows where Swati Maliwal is. There's no formal written complaint. While Aam Aadmi Party has confirmed that yes, this assault took place at the Chief Minister's residence, there's been no action taken so far. Arvind Kejriwal is busy campaigning in Punjab as well, where he's spoken about the BJP, about Brij Bhushan's son getting a ticket, but his mum on this alleged assault on a woman, on the former DCW chief, on Swati Maliwal in his residence. Now, amid all of this controversy, has the investigation really picked up? Well, there's no complaint, so there's no FIR for a formal investigation. Let's begin by getting you a report on the latest updates.
Shocking claims made by AAP Rajya Sabha MP Swati Maliwal in an SOS call to Delhi police, putting Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's PA Bibhav Kumar in dock. And it took AAP over 36 hours to acknowledge the claims and admit the assault.
ड्राइंग रूम में इंतजार कर रही थी. इस बीच विभव कुमार जी वहां पे आते हैं और उन्होंने स्वाति मालीवाल जी के साथ बहुत बदतमीजी की, अभद्रता की.
But 2 days on, there is zero action by AAP against Bibhav, a trusted aide of Kejriwal. Bibhav Kumar has a controversial past and was accused of assault on a worker in 2007 and faced criminal case. He was recently grilled in liquor scam case by ED.
स्वाति मालीवाल के साथ जो घटना हुई है वो इतनी शर्मनाक है. किसी राज्यसभा सांसद, उच्च सदन की मेंबर, उनके साथ बदतमीजी, मारपीट होना, वो भी सरकारी आवास पे, मुख्यमंत्री के सरकारी आवास पे. मेरा इस सब के माध्यम से यही है कि 24 घंटे के अंदर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए और जो भी दोषी व्यक्ति है उसको गिरफ्तार किया जाना चाहिए.
Amid questions over DCW's silence, panel member Vandana met Swati Maliwal at her residence along with AAP MP Sanjay Singh. Can Delhi expect justice from Chief Minister Kejriwal for its former woman panel chief? Vishriya Chatterjee in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
And let's bring in on this broadcast Preeti Chaudhary. She is joining us from Raebareli in Uttar Pradesh, where, of course, she is out for her election dispatch. We're tracking very, very closely what's happening with the Aam Aadmi Party and this entire controversy. Preeti, good evening. First of all, if you could tell us what your sources in the Aam Aadmi Party are actually telling you. They've come out to confirm that, yes, this kind of an assault did take place at the Chief Minister's residence. But so far, Arvind Kejriwal hasn't reacted, and there's been no action per se against Bibhav Kumar. Are we expecting any steps to be taken by Chief Minister Kejriwal?
Well, right now Sanjay Singh is the one who's the medium between Swati Maliwal and the Aam Aadmi Party. And, Swati Maliwal has spoken with Sanjay Singh. She's made it very clear that the party should take action against Bibhav. Till now, there is no charge of physical assault. She says there was a skirmish, with Bibhav, who is the personal secretary of the Chief Minister, and he misbehaved with her. Now, Sanjay Singh did that press conference yesterday. What my sources are telling us today is that the Aam Aadmi Party, in all probability, will be instituting a committee to inquire into what is going on, a date will be fixed, and Swati Maliwal will first come in terms of to give her deposition of what her version of the story is. So what we can expect in the next few days is a committee that the Aam Aadmi Party will constitute to investigate the matter, because the Chief Minister has given assurance to Sanjay Singh, who is communicating, in fact, with Swati Maliwal, that a free and a fair investigation will be done and action will be taken.
So, if you look at the PCR call that was made, the Delhi police's entry on that, it looks like Swati Maliwal at least is alleged at that point that she was beaten up, and she says at the behest of PA Bibhav Kumar. That's on your screens right now, the PCR entry by the Delhi police. But post that, she also visited the police station, and this was all 2 days ago, Preeti. Since then, there's been no word from Swati Maliwal. Nobody knows where she is. She's not gone ahead and filed any complaint. So what are you picking up on that front? What's led to Swati Maliwal now hiding essentially and not coming out and speaking on this issue or filing a complaint?
Well, as of now, Swati Maliwal's take is that this is an internal matter of the party. She says that the personal secretary of the Chief Minister of Delhi misbehaved with her. But for now, she says this is the internal matter of the party. And, what our sources close to her are telling us is that she has faith in the party to make sure that action is taken and a logical conclusion is reached. So yes, despite of being the DCW chief, where she was vociferous against, all forms of, misbehavior where women were concerned, or has been, at least for the Delhi unit, the beacon of women empowerment of sorts. As a Rajya Sabha member, why is she keeping quiet, where she herself has leveled charges of misbehavior at the secretary of the chief minister? Well, that remains to be questioned. But for now, what we are getting in from Swati Maliwal is that she's not talking to anyone. She has faith in the party, as per our sources close to us, and would want the party to, lodge a free and fair investigation. And for now, it's the internal matter of the party, and she will not lodge any FIR or an official police complaint. She also feels, is what our source is telling us, that the opposition, the BJP, the opposition in terms of the BJP here is trying to milk it politically, and she wants to keep away from the limelight as of now.
We'll focus on the politics in just a bit. Thanks for putting that in context, Preeti. Preeti telling us that at this point, Swati Maliwal will not be filing a complaint because she maintains that it's an internal party matter. But that's not how it started off. 48 hours ago, she was the one who made that call to the Delhi police, alleging that she was assaulted in the Delhi Chief Minister's residence. So was that just an emotional outburst? Has that the reason why she hasn't followed that up with a complaint? Whichever way, it's caused quite a bit of embarrassment for the Aam Aadmi Party. I want to bring in Shreya Chatterjee now, who's joining us live from outside Swati Maliwal's residence, tracking all the latest updates. Swati Maliwal, Shreya, since the incident hasn't really come public, hasn't spoken of what's happening. There's been a lot of talk about whether this was the result and whether there was an argument that broke out 2 days ago at the Delhi Chief Minister's residence because the AAP leadership was upset over Maliwal heading to the United States at a time when Arvind Kejriwal was being arrested and all of these dramatic political developments were happening in the capital. Is there any truth to those reports?
Well, Akshita, with the entire way the incident has transpired, Apart from Swati Maliwal herself coming out and suggesting what really took place, this really does not send out a nice message. Whatever the party maintains, source-based or from what Sanjay Singh mentioned yesterday in the press conference, this was a woman who had dialed help. She'd called the PCR. She suggested she was assaulted. What happened after 48 hours that she's gone silent? There might be politics playing out because this is about political party and the involvement of a Rajya Sabha MP. However, the way the entire incident is rolled puts question on A, the Aam Aadmi Party, and B, Arvind Kejriwal himself being the chief minister, and that the entire incident took place inside his residence. Now, Delhi police is still waiting for Swati Maliwal to come and give a written complaint. Orally also a complaint would do, so that they can take action. As I talk, right now we got the visuals of Sanjay Singh and Vandana Singh, who's a DCW member, meeting Swati Maliwal from the residence where she's right now put. It's a transit residence before she gets a permanent Rajya Sabha home. So clearly she's tight-lipped. The party is also tight-lipped. They're firefighting the entire issue. But the way it's transpired, it does not send out a good message that a woman of like Swati Maliwal, who knows her agency, she's been the DCW chief, Rajya Sabha MP, if she can't speak up for herself after dialing help, it really does not send out a good message for women's safety in the national capital.
Very, very true. You know, the messaging here is something everyone is talking about. But are there attempts, Shreya, as we put out those images of Sanjay Singh from earlier today when he visited Swati Maliwal's residence, reportedly met with her as well. There are clearly attempts by the Aam Aadmi Party to kind of put out this fire, treat it as an internal matter, say, you know, let's not wash dirty linen out in public. What are you picking up from your sources? Is it something that Maliwal is agreeing to, that this needs to be handled internally within the party? Because she did make that call 2 days ago, seeking the Delhi police's intervention.
Well, absolutely. The moment you seek help outside of your own home, over here home represents the political party that she's associated with, then definitely she's probably not felt safe at that very point when the assault happened with her. And if we go by the PCR call, it clearly suggests that she had complained that there was an assault on her physically, and also in the initial question there was also the name mentioned of Arvind Kejriwal. So at a juncture like that, yes, this is somewhere down the line Aam Aadmi Party at an election time trying to manage the matter as much as they can. But yesterday with Sanjay Singh's confirmation, this is only something that everyone is waiting for a clarity on what Swati Maliwal has to say. After making a PCR call, why has she gone incommunicado for 48 plus hours? That is the big question that needs to be answered right now.
Absolutely. Shreya, thanks very much for getting us those details. We'll keep tracking what's really happening in this case. Shreya actively tracking the latest from Swati Maliwal's residence. Like we said, Swati Maliwal so far hasn't spoken out. And let's run you through all the details that we have of this case. What exactly happened 2 days ago? Here's what we know, along with a specific timeline of this entire case. It was on 13th May that Swati Maliwal was at the Delhi Chief Minister's residence. And at about 9 in the morning, between 9 and 9:10, you had Swati Maliwal calling the Delhi police, giving a PCR call from Kejriwal's residence. And this was at 9:34 in the morning. Now, Maliwal in this call specifically said that she's been beaten up at the behest of Kejriwal's PA, of Bibhav Kumar. Now, she says that she's been assaulted by Kejriwal's PA. Now, the Civil Lines SHO, immediately upon receiving that call, turned up at the Chief Minister's residence. So if that call went through at about 9:34 in the morning, at 9:45, so in a matter of minutes, the Delhi police representative was there at the Chief Minister's residence. The SHO met with Swati Maliwal, told her, come back with me, visit the Civil Lines police station. And she did that. So at 10:30 in the morning, so it was all playing out in the morning on Monday, Swati Maliwal went to the Delhi police, visited the Civil Lines police station. And she said that she would later file a written complaint as well. But since then, it's been a no-show. She didn't appear before the Delhi police since and hasn't filed that written complaint. But also importantly, the very next day, even as there was endless speculation of what happened, was there an assault or not, you had the Aam Aadmi Party confirming that yes, there was an assault that took place at the Chief Minister's residence. AAP MP Sanjay Singh, in a press conference, confirmed that this happened at the Chief Minister's house. He also did say that Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has taken note of what's happened. Now, after that, in that very same press conference, the Aam Aadmi Party promised that they would take action against the Chief Minister's PA, Bibhav Kumar, who's also, remember, a very, very close personal aide of Kejriwal. Since then, no action has been taken. So it was only yesterday that the Aam Aadmi Party confirmed that yes, an assault took place. But now they're reaching out to Swati Maliwal, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of action against Bibhav Kumar. It looks like they're attempting to kind of reach a settlement on this. But obviously, there are questions being asked here on why the Aam Aadmi Party is attempting a settlement. If there was an assault that took place, what's stopping them from cracking the whip against Bibhav Kumar? That's a timeline of all that's happened so far in this case. And as expected, the assault gate in Delhi has triggered a massive political storm as well. Remember, Delhi is polling in just a few days from now, in exactly 10 days, on 25th May. And while the India bloc is maintaining a stoic silence over this issue, whether it's Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge or SP chief Akhilesh Yadav or the DMK, all of them have chosen to either dismiss or even pin the blame on the BJP for this controversy. As far as the Aam Aadmi Party goes, as I told you, they've confirmed that yes, assault took place. But since then, there's been no statement. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is campaigning but hasn't made any comment so far. And all this, even as the BJP is latched onto this issue to say that it's hypocritical of the AAP not to crack the whip. And this is their stand on women's safety. Let's play out for you all the reactions in our next report.
Assault gate explodes in Delhi. Days after Aam Aadmi Party MP Swati Maliwal's assault allegations hit the Aam Aadmi Party, protests and politics rage on. The BJP hit the streets of Delhi demanding answers from Kejriwal.
महिलाओं की आवाज दबाने का काम जो केजरीवाल कर रहे हैं वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी या दिल्ली की महिलाएं बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगी.
While AAP on Tuesday confirmed Maliwal was assaulted,
स्वाति मालीवाल जी मिलने के लिए पहुंची थी, ड्राइंग रूम में इंतजार कर रही थी. इस बीच विभव कुमार जी वहां पे आते हैं और उन्होंने स्वाति मालीवाल जी के साथ बहुत बदतमीजी की, अभद्रता की.
The Aam Aadmi Party's allies remain tight-lipped. Here's how Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge completely ignored our question on the incident.
सर, स्वाति मालीवाल को लेकर के दिल्ली मुख्यमंत्री के आवास पर आरोप लगाए गए हैं, उस पर भी आपका रिएक्शन चाहिए.
It was a similar response from Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav. When India Today's Abhishek Mishra asked about Swati Maliwal, Akhilesh immediately shoved the mic away.
स्वाति मालीवाल पे कहीं स्वाति मालीवाल को लेकर के चुप कर माउंटेन डाउन का अपने अखिलेश यादव है सीधे तौर पर का दावा कर रहे हैं.
अरे भाई आ जाओ ना,
जाने तो दो भाई.
It didn't stop there. Watch how Akhilesh's security pushed our reporter aside. Another India ally, DMK, blamed the BJP for this assault case.
Wherever there is BJP, there will be such problems. I don't know why, what is the cause of the problem, but wherever BJP goes, BJP is not a party for a smoothly running India.
The BJP, meanwhile, has accused the Aam Aadmi Party of attempting to cover up the alleged assault.
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी यदि अपनी ही पार्टी के एक कार्यकर्ता, अपनी ही पार्टी की एक महिला सांसद की सुरक्षा सुनिश्चित नहीं कर सकते अपने ही आवास पे, तो वो दिल्ली की महिलाओं की सुरक्षा क्या सुनिश्चित करेंगे?
So far, Delhi Chief Minister Kejriwal, who's out on bail, campaigning in Punjab, has remained mum on the serious allegations, ironically targeting the BJP over women's safety.
हमारी पहलवान बेटियों के साथ इन्होंने कितनी बदतमीजी करी, देखा आप लोगों ने? घसीट के, और जिस आदमी ने हमारी बेटियों के साथ बदतमीजी करी, इसने उनके सम्मान पे हाथ डाला, उसके बेटे को टिकट मिली. जिन लोगों ने हमारी पहलवान बेटियों की इज्जत पे हाथ डाली, इस बार बटन दबा के उनको ऐसा सबक सिखाना दोबारा हमारी बेटियों की तरफ से नहीं होगा.
With just 10 days to go for polling in the national capital, will the Maliwal assault gate hurt the Aam Aadmi Party? With Kumar Abhishek and Abhishek Mishra in Lucknow and Shreya Chatterjee in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, let's focus on the politics now. We got to all of those reactions. Amit Bharadwaj is joining us live from Delhi with more details on this. Amit, this is, of course, going to and is already snowballing into a massive political controversy. The BJP has gone all guns blazing against the Aam Aadmi Party on this, asking why haven't they taken action against Bibhav Kumar. The India bloc leaders are being questioned on it, and so far they've tried to kind of steer clear of the controversy. How is the Aam Aadmi Party actually dealing with this entire issue politically? Yes, they're trying to settle it internally, but there's already a fire that's raging because of the fact that it went public 2 days ago. How is AAP dealing with this, and is Chief Minister Kejriwal going to be addressing it?
Akshita, there are two fronts on which this entire case is actually unfolding right now. One is the legal front that you were talking about as well. Swati Maliwal has not spoken yet in the public domain, and no formal complaint has been lodged by her either in this particular case. Now, coming to the political aspect, the BJP is sensing an opportunity not only in Delhi but also to create a narrative on the national level against Aam Aadmi Party as well as India Alliance, and that's what is unfolding in the national capital. Protest happening outside Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's residence, and after that press conferences happening, several top leaders speaking about the incident. So the indication is pretty clear that the BJP will create a much bigger narrative as the polling day nears in the national capital. And the India Alliance so far has tried to stay away from the entire issue. Tomorrow Arvind Kejriwal will be in Lucknow. He'll be facing the media along with Akhilesh Yadav in Lucknow, where another joint press conference will be held by India Bloc. So there's a possibility that he could, the reporters might ask Arvind Kejriwal direct questions on Swati Maliwal. So we'll have to wait as to what Aam Aadmi Party convener has to say on this particular issue. But as far as the Aam Aadmi Party's internal, proceedings are concerned, we are given to understand, Akshita, that the entire issue is being taken in the internal platforms of the party. We know for a matter of fact that as to how Sanjay Singh came in public and accepted that there was misbehavior and misconduct that was done by former PS of Delhi Chief Minister Bibhav Kumar.
So there is an admission. There is an admission that yes, it happened, but beyond that there's been no action. And of course there are a lot of questions being asked of Chief Minister Kejriwal and whether he'll speak. Amit telling us there's a possibility of him breaking his silence tomorrow on this entire issue. Thanks very much, Amit. We're putting the focus once again on killer negligence in Mumbai. It's happened far too often in the city. And in the latest example, during the massive dust storm that rocked Mumbai a few days ago, a billboard collapsed. This is a 120 feet massive billboard that came crashing down on people who were actually seeking shelter right behind in that fuel station. At least 14 people have died, 75 injured. Search and rescue efforts are underway. We're all keeping our fingers crossed that the death toll doesn't go up further. Now, there are serious questions being asked of the civic body of BMC that's declared that yes, this billboard was illegal. They've issued a notice to the agency which put up the hoarding at the place. But there are serious questions about why every single time the BMC wakes up after this kind of a tragedy is reported. There are countless such incidents of an infrastructure mess, of illegalities that inevitably lead to tragedies in Mumbai.
2 days after a billboard fell on a fuel station in Mumbai's Ghatkopar area and killed 14 people, the BMC is yet to act on illegal hoardings. Search and rescue efforts are underway, where the 120 by 120 feet billboard was stopped by a dust storm on Monday. Rescue teams are treading cautiously to avoid any sparks near the petrol pump. They fear people could still be trapped in the debris.
रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन अगर हम लोग ये मलबा हटाने की बात करें, ग्रिडर्स हटाने की बात करें, तो उसको बहुत और समय लगेगा, क्योंकि उसके लिए हम लोग कटिंग इक्विपमेंट यूज़ नहीं कर पा रहे। पूरी जो हम लोग फ्री फ्लो में यूज़ करते हैं वो पूरी तरीके से हम लोग यूज़ नहीं कर पा रहे। एक बार छोटी सी आग भी लग गई है, तो हम लोग अभी थोड़ा सा और ज़्यादा कॉशियस हैं।
The BMC has promised to crack down on illegal hoardings in the city, but the agency has woken up after the disaster struck. The BMC has declared that Ghatkopar billboard is illegal and issued a notice to Ego Media, which put up the hoarding.
महापालिकेची परवानगी म्हणजे परवाना घेण्यात आलेला नाही अशा सर्व होर्डिंगवरती कार्यवाही करण्याचा निर्णय घेतलेला आहे. मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी देखील त्या पद्धतीचे आदेश दिलेले आहेत आणि ती कारवाई आज आमची सुरू होती आहे.
A case has been registered against Bhavesh Bhide, the owner of Ego Media, who is currently absconding. The BJP has mounted an attack on Shiv Sena over the illegal hoarding.
उसको होल्डिंग का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 7/12/2021 को दिया गया. होल्डिंग बनाने थे इतने इस साइज के बनाए गए. यहाँ पर जो 14 लोगों का मृत्यु हुआ उसके लिए उद्धव ठाकरे, संजय राउत के भाई सुनील राउत जिम्मेदार है.
मुंबई महानगर पालिका में अब शिवसेना नहीं है, सत्ता बीजेपी की है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर बीजेपी का है 3 साल से. जो हुआ है उसके लिए जिम्मेदार बीजेपी है, किसी पार्टी का नाम नहीं लेना चाहिए.
Among those who lost lives in the Ghatkopar tragedy were petrol pump staff, an engineer and an auto rickshaw driver whose lives were tragically cut short in a matter of moments. Mumbaikars have once again paid a heavy price for the government's apathy. With Vidya and Saurav Vakhtania in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
And as in fact we asked those questions of the BMC, let's take a look at the latest as far as the rescue efforts in Ghatkopar. Saurav Vakhtania has filed this report for us.
48 hours have passed, but the rescue operation at the Ghatkopar hoarding collapse site is still going on. Here in the visuals you can see that the officials are working very hard, because let me tell you, due to the presence of petrol and diesel at this particular site, the official cannot use the gas cutter, because let me tell you, in the morning also there was a spark and some fire over here caused lot of serious problem, and therefore the official cannot use gas cutter at all. They have to manually dismantle this huge structure. Over here in the visual, let me show you, ask my camera person to show you this visual. See, here they have to manually cut all this part and then take out the debris. Now what the officials have told us, that the death figure remains at 14, but the NDRF teams have also located 2 more dead bodies, but right now they cannot be removed. So if there are more survivors inside, time is running out for them. Nobody has taken the responsibility. It's just the blame game going on. Passing the bucket is right now going on. Now let me show you other visuals over here. Not just this huge hoarding, there are 3 more other huge hoardings over here. In the visuals you can see, these are also illegal hoardings. That is what the BMC is telling us. And right now the BMC officials are trying to dismantle those hoardings as well, and they will be pulled down. So here in the visuals you can clearly see that how the NDRF and all the rescue teams are working very much hard, because there is lot of presence of petrol and diesel inside this particular debris, and if a small spark can cause a big damage and could cause fatal as well. Let me tell you, inside this particular petrol pump, there is huge storage tank. There are 2 storage tanks which has almost full petrol and diesel. So there is this rescue operation is very much risky. There may be few people more trapped inside. The NDRF is saying us, and time is running out. And till now, nobody has taken the responsibility. Just BMC and the GRP are passing the bucket and blaming each other. With camera person Mandal, this is Saurav Vakhtania in Mumbai for India Today.
And there's a need to ask serious questions here of what's led to the death of 14 innocent Indians. And this happens to so many of us, that when there's a storm, you kind of take shelter in a protected area. In this case, this place of a protected area turned out to be a death trap for 14 people. And that's why we're asking the question about whether the civic agency, civic body BMC, has blood of 14 citizens on its hands, because it failed to check and curb these kind of illegal hoardings being put up in Mumbai. You saw this kind of a tragedy taking place. Why was the red flag that was raised months ago about this illegal hoarding and many others in Mumbai completely ignored by the BMC? Is this another tale of clear corruption that runs rampant in Mumbai? 3 notices were issued. All 3 notices ignored the last few months by the BMC. The BMC failed to take any action, which is why we're questioning why the civic agency completely ignored it. Is this another incident? And I've just reported about how, is this a case of corruption again? Is there also collusion of netas, of babus, and of a mafia, an ad mafia that many people in Mumbai will tell you is rampant and completely unchecked. Was BMC completely blind to this clear safety norm breach? Well, there'll be questions about how the BMC didn't know, considering, like we told you, there were 3 notices and nothing was done by the BMC. So clearly, knowingly, they turned the other way, refused to heed all warnings.